Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you can all hear me. It's Jeremy Cook from X3 Consulting. I can see we have a few people that have joined us for our webinar for SwiftCloud. And the first thing I just want to say that it is the webinar for SwiftCloud eCommerce that we're doing today. Some of you may have signed up to this one thinking it was also the Sage X3 2024 R2 release update, which it isn't. That's on the 26th of November. So if you have made that mistake, but you still want to listen to SwiftCloud, you're more than welcome. But if you have made that mistake, I will take that as an action on me to register you for the event on the 26th. And if you want to communicate with me outside of this meeting to confirm that on email, you've all got my email addresses, so that'd be great. So I'm going to introduce Ben from SwiftCloud to run through today's session. Ben's got the content to share with you, which we're very excited about. And then when Ben has finished his session, he's going to hand back to me to round up the webinar. So over to you, Ben.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much. It's great to meet everyone. As I've been introduced, I'm Ben. I'm here on the sales side as Adventoris. I'll be taking you through the presentation today and give you a brief summary of what SwiftCloud is. Of course, this is going to be more of a generic kind of presentation and a demonstration of the platform. We do, of course, offer a personalized demo to your business. So for today, I'm simply going to give you a flavor of what SwiftCloud is. So let me quickly share my screen with you. Can everyone see this on their side?
Yes, that's fine.
Yes,
Ben.
Perfect. Right. So yeah, like what I'm going to do, this is just it's gonna be a 30 minutes, no more than that, demonstration. And then what I'll do, I'll give you a very quick introduction to us, very briefly talk about some of the changes that are happening in the business to business world. I'll then show you I'll whiz through, in fact, the dashboard of SwiftCloud just to see your admin portal, and then I'll go straight into showing you the app working live and the quick demonstration of the web portal. And then we can have a brief discussion at the end if there needs to be one. Perfect. So, what is SwiftCloud? SwiftCloud is a B2B ordering platform. So this isn't a retail solution that's trying to fit in B2B features. This is, in fact, an application that's built from the ground up to be B2B focused. With that being said, we offer complex pricing, so we can replicate all your customers' pricing, delivery options, product availability and visibility. So some clients can see different products than others, and it's a fully integrated and a fully automated solution. So therefore, you simply maintain the data wherever you keep that, and SwiftCloud will just reflect that accordingly. And of course, once customers place orders, those orders can go straight into your system. And we do have 9 different modules that you can choose from. A bit more about us. This is just some of the team. We are Adventoris, that's the name of the company. SwiftCloud is simply the platform that we developed and offer. We've been around since 2012. We are working with over 200 companies. That's companies in the UK and Europe and overseas as well. And as I mentioned, we are based in West Yorkshire, in Huddersfield. These are some of the companies that work with us, just 50 of those companies, just to show you that we are well established. We do have a lot of companies in the food and drink sector, but we have companies across breadth sectors. We do have companies in the automotive industry, in the bathroom and kitchen industry, companies that do office supplies and tools and bearings, fashion, you name it, they're there. We work with them. Again, SwiftCloud is a B2B dedicated custom branded app. It's not a website that's trying to mimic the looks and the feel of an app, or that's trying to be mobile friendly in any sort of way. This is actually an application that's downloadable as your business from various app stores. And of course, with that being said, an app is fit to work on a mobile device. Its purpose is to work on that, where a mobile friendly website tends to be more clunkier, problematic, slower, and that's simply what our customers say to us. So when they get an app, you should see a constant uptake of your orders. We have customers that are taking 80% of their orders through the app. Some customers are doing well over 90% of their orders through our app alone. These are some modules that are available to you. We have the B2B mobile app, the web portal, which is fully synchronized with the app. Customers can float between devices at ease, start an order on their app, wrap it up on the web portal if they wish. If you have sales managers on the road that take orders on behalf of customers, they can now simply use their app on their mobile device or a tablet if they have one, where they can access information regarding their accounts, some limited CRM features that SwiftCloud also offers, and they can interact with other departments in your business, like accounts departments, etc. And they can see their customers' history, favorites, invoices. They can easily build up an order on their behalf, offer some deals and discounts if you want them to, and just like that, they can send that order. They can take money for it if you allow them, and then that order will go into your system. So that's the Sales Manager app. Push notification module. This is where you get to send banner messages to your customers. Anything that's relevant to a particular individual, or maybe something that you want everyone to see, like you've got a new product in stock and you want to advertise that to everyone. So it's great for promoting products and advertising products and notifying customers of any sort of information you want them to see. There are these four here, these four modules are typically the ones that customers start with. Then there are others here as well that you can add on later on, or they may not be relevant to you, they may be. But for the purpose of this demo, I'll simply show you those two, and of course the push notification is self-explanatory. If we decide to want to see more of the demonstration of SwiftCloud, we can look at the additional modules as well. Again, some information of how B2B ordering is changing and the way the customers are placing orders is changing. It simply says on here that mobile usage for B2B buyers overtook desktops and laptops all the way in 2016. And there's more information on that, but for the purpose of today, I'm not going to bore you with this. Right, this is your exclusive custom branded app. So you get to define your logo, splash screen, color scheme. This is just one of the recent demos I've done. Just imagine that would be your own logos and everything like that. The point of this slide is simply to say that SwiftCloud is a native app for iOS and a native app for Android. It's not a crossover platform that's trying to work on all different devices. It's a specific build for iOS and a specific build for Android. Yeah, and of course, crossover platforms, they tend to be slower and clunkier, more problematic, and we know that if that's the case, customers just won't use it. So therefore, this has to be absolutely flawless for your B2B buyers. Right, I'm going to show you the dashboard of SwiftCloud very quickly now. This is it here. This is what you will see internally within your business. I'm going to explain that this really is a fully integrated solution. So as I mentioned, whenever you're changing anything in your system, SwiftCloud will simply reflect that. So you don't need to duplicate your workload in any sort of way. And as customers are placing orders, those orders can go straight to pick, pack, and dispatch if you allow them to. Now, there are a lot of customizations within SwiftCloud itself. This simply shows that SwiftCloud has every feature built to cater for the needs of your business effectively. I'm not going to bore you with all of those. We'll be here all day. I'm going to show you one example. If I click on business parameters, I've got things like exceed credit limits. So this is where you get to set parameters within SwiftCloud of how the platform behaves if somebody's on credit stop or credit control scenario. That's because SwiftCloud caters for both credit account customers and pro forma cash in advance customers. Customers can pay from within the platform. They can settle off a balance against an account, like an invoice, from within the platform if you allow them to do so. The backbone of SwiftCloud is that we can replicate any pricing structure. Regardless of how complex your pricing is, you may think, well, wait till you see our pricing, you'll regret saying that. As I mentioned, we are yet to come across a pricing structure that cannot be replicated. And you can also do reports from within the platform. You can create promotions from within SwiftCloud. Of course, we will replicate the promotions you do, but you can create very simple and very effective promotions within the backend of SwiftCloud as well. You can create customer groups, product groups, units limited offers, time limited offers. You can get very creative with these. You can do mandatory products or create a group of products. And if you select any of those products from that group, you can get something free. Again, you can get really creative with those. In terms of products, we will we will import your product information as well. So if I click on this drill, say you have images in a marketing folder, but then your fancy description could be on a website somewhere. What we can do, we can simply take a job from those various other locations, like a marketing folder or a website, and then the moment you change a picture or some information, that will simply reflect SwiftCloud as well. And also we can integrate with PIM systems as well if you have those. That's absolutely fine. So you don't need to. What the point I'm trying to make is that you don't need to replicate or you don't need to replicate or duplicate your workload. You just manage that wherever you keep it now, and SwiftCloud will take care of itself. In terms of selling units, SwiftCloud has a very powerful conversion factor tool. So you can do individual unit sales, you can do part boxes, split cases. You may sell your items in boxes of 6 if you do wines or whatever. But if you want, you can have the individual price per unit displayed as well. Maybe some customers wants to see what it costs them per item, although you sell your products in boxes. And if your products have barcodes or QR codes attached to them, your clients and your salespeople can simply turn their handheld device into a scanning tool, where they can scan a particular barcode or QR code to access information regarding the product or simply order the product. And lastly here, we have a very powerful media library. So you can make available all kinds of asset-related information regarding your product. So that could be PDF files, brochures, video links, etc. It may be nutrition information, allergen information, installation guides, safety data sheets, you name it. It'll be nicely displayed against the product in the platform. So once we integrate, you can simply invite your customers by clicking this invite button here. You can select and choose the customers you want to invite, press invite, you can invite them all if you wish. SwiftCloud will then see if that customer still has an account with you. If they do, you will then generate a username and password automatically. You will send them links to various app stores and the web portal if you decide to go with that as well. And then they can simply download their app or access the web portal and simplify and streamline the ordering process with you. Just very easily. Now, when we integrate, we can integrate via 2 different methods. We'll integrate via an API. If the API is not available or for whatever reason is not suitable, we could simply integrate via an SFTP. So integrating with your systems is absolutely fine. We've integrated with a lot of different systems. We'll have no issue integrating them. So I'll show you the app working live now very briefly. If I click on this, just imagine that being your logo there. If I click on this, you can have a splash screen on here. Let's move this to the center a bit. You can also have a welcome page, something to notify your customers of before they can simply press continue and go to this page here. Now I've got my username and password that's been emailed to me, so I can log in. Once I log in, you will take me straight to the main menu. You can have this as feature rich or as simple as you want to. You can grow with the platform as well. If you don't want this to appear in your main menu right away, you can turn it off and you can add it on later on if you wish. Let's click on browse. I'm going to show you some very simple methods of ordering products. I'll show you some filters, promotions as well. Imagine your own products as I navigate through this. If I click on this chemicals button here, now I've arranged my products in categories and subcategories. You may arrange yours differently if you wish. And if I click browse, say I want to add this bottle or whatever this is in my basket, I click on the plus sign and press OK. Very easily, that item is immediately in my basket. The information that you have displaying, that you want to display against products here, that can change. It doesn't need to be in the format that I have it. That's just the way I've done mine. Let's go to food and groceries. I'll show you one promotion here that I've got. Straight away, I get to see this promotion. Buy 3 of those and get 1 free. Just a simple promotion that I can just click on and change this quantity to free and press OK. And now I've taken advantage of that promotion. If I show you this fish, now this could be anything. I just want to show you the functionality of it. I can click on the fish, say, I can click the size that I want, but also I could type in some special instructions like, hey, can I please have this filleted or whatever. Now that could be the case with any other industries as well. If I click on those herbs, I can have a drop down button here, and now I can change the unit of measure, the dimension, the size. Also, I can have a configurator. So I can say, okay, I want this product, but I want it to be this particular size, then I want it to be this particular diameter, then I want it to have it in this particular color, and then I can filter that right down from tens and hundreds of products to maybe just a couple to just one if I want to. I'm going to go to materials, just the last promotion I want to show you. I can buy 3 of those and get 1 free, or I can choose something free from a different group of products altogether. So let's do that and let's look at the basket, see what we've got here. Once I click on this, straight away I've got a free Coca-Cola item there. That's because I qualified for it when I ordered 3 of those. I can click on here, change that quantity to 1. The pricing has changed, but notice also that that promotion has disappeared from my basket. I don't qualify for it anymore. Also, when I ordered 3 of those brakes, I qualify for this additional promotion, this printer here. I can click on this options button. You can offer me a button just like that. You can name it something else. And now I can select a different product that's potentially associated to that promotion, like a drill. These are just some poor examples to give you, just so you can see a bit of an idea of how you can operate. Let's go to favorites. That's just a user favorites. Customers can add whatever list they want on here. If I click on an image of a product at any given time, I can access different imagery, as well as different descriptions regarding this product. Let's click on the main body of a product. I can access the second page of this item. Now I can click on this information button here and access the media library of the product. I can click on technical information and notice how this complex document opens up instantly within my device. Say I go to installation guides, even high resolution images opens up instantly and flawlessly within my handheld device. Everything that you see on here is run by our powerful servers. So your systems are simply exporting data to us. It's our servers that do all the heavy lifting. If I need to send this to somebody, I can click on the email function and send it to them. When it's this easy to access information regarding your products, I don't need to be clogging up your phone lines or wait for somebody to call me. I can access it straight away from my handheld device. I can click on search here, search for products by the name, quick find codes, SKU numbers, etc. I can click on this barcode scanning here, and now I can turn my handheld device into a scanning tool. I can hover over a QR code or a barcode to either access information regarding products or simply order them. The reason I've got 4 here is because this software I use interferes with my app and it just shows me more examples than one. And special offers, you can communicate those in different ways as you've seen, and we can, as I mentioned, we can't look at that at some length. So we go to the, in fact, let me show you the web portal really briefly now. I'm kind of whizzing through this because I'm conscious of people's time, but I want to just show you the main core functionalities of the app. We can have a more in-depth demonstration if you're wanting to do so. So this is the new web portal that's been currently is in testing at the moment. We are looking to launch this to our customers very shortly. You will navigate straight to this new web portal. You can have it in 2 ways. You can have it just in a browse category, so you can effectively click on your, if you have, say this is your website, that's not it. Say if I go into bear with me, let's go there. So if I go on here, because my app is there. So say I'm on this website, you may have a hyperlink just like this. They may say trade or shop now or whatever. And as your customers click on it, you'll open up our web portal. You'll be under your own subdomain. And if I click on that, you can have it in 2 ways where you could just have a browse. So customers can browse through your products. You can have the stock and the availability and the pricing turned off. And then you'll only become visible once they log in. And once they've logged in, they can see the unique pricing and the unique products, etc. On there, you've got this ribbon at the top with more account information. I can filter for products, of course, if I want to. I've got subcategories as well. I can click on a product. I can access information regarding these products. And notice that you have space for advertising as well to advertise different products to your customers. This is the current web portal that I got my demo set up on. So I want to show you the synchronization feature between the app and the web portal. Say, notice I've got 5 items here. That's everything that I've added in my app, which is immediately available there. Say I add, I don't know, this tire to my basket. Body 1 tire there, you can see it in my basket here. There it is. And now if I go into my app, if I click on the basket stage there, you should be able to see the tire here too. Yeah, so it's fully synchronized. Now let's carry on and go to the checkout process. Once I click checkout, this page is fully customizable and adjustable on a per customer level. You can have another message on here that may say, hey, you're over your credit limit. So now I know you're going to call me to pay off the invoice. Also, notice I'm subject to a minimum order charge. Am I a delivery or a collection customer? Say I'm a delivery customer, you can offer customer delivery dates or not. It's entirely up to you. This customer has a standard delivery date. If I click to change this, notice that I can only change it between Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That's because of some sorts of logical criteria that you've implemented to this particular customer. It could be geography or truck routes or product availability or whatever. If I click on delivery address, I can change the delivery address if you allow me to, or maybe I can only select a pre-approved address that's already existing on your system. And then I can have information here to type in put a PO number or something, or maybe some special instructions like call me when you are half an hour away with my order or something like that. And then I can update this and then submit the order just as easy. If I was a former pay in advance customer, I would have another button on here that may say pay now, and then I'll be able to pay for this order via different payment methods. If I go to order history, I'll be able to see the order that I've just placed just now. There it is today. You can have another message on here, or you go space here for another field that may say dispatch information. Notify me whether this order has left the warehouse or not. Also, I can repeat the whole order if I want. I could download an order confirmation. I can search for an order. I can simply click on here and repeat order items from this particular order history. And likewise, you can have invoice data displayed as well. Customers can see that. They can order from invoices as well. And also, you may have another button on here that may say back order information. Maybe I can see products that I'm still waiting for. And you've got a media library. This can be anything. You can change the way these are named as well. You may have a brochure here with promotions that you're running for this particular quarter, or maybe you may have rich video links that you can make available to your clients too. Your customers will also get an order confirmation as well, something like this. You don't need to have this if you don't want to. You get to define who gets a copy of it, the information that's displayed on it, anything that you may want to add on it, the way that the products are displayed, that can also be different and changed. This is just the way I've got it. And if you don't want it, you can simply turn it off and you can use what you currently have. That's absolutely fine. Now, that was a demonstration of SwiftCloud, just a brief demonstration. I kind of whizzed through some of that information. I'm sorry if I went 50 miles an hour. I was trying to get through the points relatively quick. But I don't know, do you have any questions at this point or anything at all? I don't know if...
We've got everybody on mute automatically, Ben. So any questions that may come through will come through the chat box, which I'm opening up or having a look at now. So if you do have any questions for Ben, you should be able to register that in the chat as we have 8 minutes left. If not, then we'll just crack on with anything else that Ben wants to share with us.
Absolutely fine. Well, look, I'll go through it, and then maybe at the end, you can type your questions, and we'll have a look at that in a moment. There may not be any questions, and that's absolutely fine. Look, to just the last couple of slides, SwiftCloud is a fully service solution. You do get assigned a dedicated customer consultant. There'll be a one point of contact from Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. They can help you with all your training, marketing campaigns, best practice, and that's on top of the 24/7 technical support help that you also get from us. Read more about this. I mean, we will send you this presentation when, if you decide to have a demo, we can go through it at some length. Again, the onboarding process, that takes around 4 to 5 months for a standard implementation, and that's an elapsed time. It's not 4 or 5 months worth of work. It's simply the elapsed time. The way it works, once we have if you decide to proceed, we'll have a kickoff meeting within a week or so. We'll then define how we're going to extract the data. We can start extracting that data ourselves, map it across to SwiftCloud. And of course, this is just an example. If you want, you can populate our template yourself. That's absolutely fine. We'll then start mapping across the data to SwiftCloud, and then we'll give you a working version of an app where you can actually test it with your own customers and pricing and products, etc. And then we test that live data sets attached and roll out to your clients. That can take around 4 to 5 months. It can be done sooner or longer as well. It's all relevant. It's a state-of-the-art hardware and software. Is fully GDPR compliant, it employs encryption, and it's set on multiple data centers across the UK for security and redundancy. In terms of pricing, the pricing structure is there's a set of fee that needs to be paid up front, and that is around 12 to 15,000 pounds up front for the SwiftCloud fee. And then you've got the monthly fees based on different modules that you decide to go for as well, which are they start at 500 pounds a month, but then other modules will be cheaper than that. And usually customers tend to take 2 or 3 modules, and therefore there's a bit of a discount we can have, and there's a commercial deal always to be had as well. Perfect. Well, look, that's everything I had to say. Thank you so much for listening and for your time. Pass you over to Jeremy now.
Thanks ever so much, Ben. And as you said, that's a lot to whistle stop through in 23 or so minutes. But thank you for doing that. Obviously, we've recorded today's session. So those of you who are making notes hastily behind the scenes, we will be able to release on our YouTube channel the recording of today, so you can see that at your leisure. It just really remains for me to say, if this has been of interest, and I can see the customers that have joined, that I know that we've been talking to you about e-commerce before, then please reach out to me. Everybody that's listening to this has got my email address at X3 Consulting. So please either give me feedback or request what your next steps would be. As Ben has suggested, perhaps the best next step would be to have a more one-to-one session with you to go through your particular needs and requirements. And then you can share as many questions as you like around what you want to ask Ben and the team at SwiftCloud. So that I think will be a natural next step, but feel free to send me emails to register your feedback, and we can take it from there and go forward from there. Good grief, Ben, we are 5 minutes early, but I'm sure everyone's got busy days ahead of them on Thursday. But I think thank you so much again for sharing what you shared. And as we have nothing that's appeared in the chat, I can assume that you've got your questions neatly wrapped up in an email that's going to mend its way to me at some point in the next few days.
Perfect.
So thanks, Ben.
Thanks, welcome. Matt. Thank you, everyone.
And thanks everyone else for joining from the Sage X3 customer list. Goodbye. Okay.